So this is a very, very fast video. I just do just for like daily trade and swing trade with the moving average and trend lines and etc. So basically we are on the all-time highs. We broke out here in this area. And yeah, so this is 1 hour chart. As we can see, we went this trend line. As you can see, it's these tops. So this is how I'm just trying to explain very fast how you can do trend lines and then horizontal lines, like from this top. This is area of value. As you can see, it all the support here, 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 here. We break down, but as soon as we went up, we had this weak, but suddenly we close above, went down, and then we close higher again. So these are areas of value that you see that the price reacts to it, but you have to see. This is 1 hour, so this top here before was resistance. As soon as we went above, we touch it as support, and suddenly, as we can see, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 7 times, all that as support here. So this is a perpendicular line as support. See, this was resistance, this was resistance. When we do this trend line, this, if you align all the tops with these trend lines, see, this was resistance, resistance, until we touch here this one again. We managed, it looked like we want to come down, but then we did a so-called bullish engulfing candle, which is this big green candle, bigger than the previous red one, saying that the price is getting strength, and suddenly we went above the 21 here. And as we can see, we managed to close all the time above. We didn't touch this one as support, and then we did another triangle here. See, resistance, resistance, but because we are above all this support and we are in a bull market, suddenly as soon as we went above, price exploded, and we had a touch here on this one. As you can see, this trend line, we had a retest here to push higher. So you need to be aware that, and now on this top here, that 3 times we never managed to pass. We tried this time, but then we close below, and now we will retest it to see if we close above this white line. We are already, price always older this one that comes from the past. So it's the one I said on the weekly. So you need to understand where you are on the trade. So the weekly closed above this, so this is bullish, closed above the trend line. And this comes from the past. See, this trend line, it's these tops. All these tops here created this bottom to go higher. And this is what might happen now. We close above, we tested it and push higher. So we can come also to this trend line, then price will come down, test this support, even might come to all-time high with a week, and then suddenly close above, and we go sideways and suddenly push higher. So you need to know that we are already on overbought territory. This is the weekly, but the price we are in a bull market with all the FOMO, many people, new buyers buying and wanting to buy to get exposure. So the FOMO train is on, so you can use your stop loss below here on the weekly, or even here on the 12, here, and buy. All these dips are for buying. You can even buy from here and try to sell on that trend line. So I'm just doing like fast trades. So you can buy from here to there and you sell here. And then the price might come to test the supports everyone is waiting for, or just go sideways, maybe all-time highs here, maybe touch this 12, which is going higher. We come to this area here and suddenly higher again. Who knows? But we are overbought already territory. So this is for daily trade, not for investment. This is just for daily and swing trades. You just use these areas because look at the indicators. We are overbought. If you're on the weekly, if you're an investor, you always buy here. As you can see, it's where it goes really low. and on the 200s on the weekly, as I said before. So, but if you want to make money and just swing trade, this is more complicated, but I'm just showing a video how to do it. So this is the weekly, so you need to go to the daily to know where you are. See the price all the 21 here. Every time you try to close below, you see the price, the wicks, people are buying pressure, buying pressure. You don't see even selling pressure. So there's lots of absorption on these moving averages, also on this trend line. As you can see, now we closed above on the daily, above this trend line, and now we are getting green to try to go to the other trend line. Of course, we can go to the lower time frames. See this trend line, buying pressure, all these wicks, and always closing above the trend line, and the price trying to push higher. This is the other one, so this will be resistance. We have this triangle here, we are forming a triangle to see if we close, as soon as we close above the white one and this triangle, we push higher. As you can see, you can use your stop loss here, for instance, or here. And you can buy, use this as your area, you put your stop loss. Of course, there's a wick can come to this moving average and suddenly go up. So you can buy now, you could buy here, or here, and here 3 times, and you put your stop loss maybe on this swing. Of course, better here it's for like daily trades, fast trades. The price needs to hold this and push higher. Let's see if we close above to try to push higher. So this is 4 hours. You need to understand that then we put 1 hour. See the price on the 21 and the 20. The buy was here, as you see, consolidating, always doing higher lows. We didn't do any lower lows from this area. See, always higher lows until we push higher. And suddenly, on the 1 hour chart, alongside that trend line, with the moving average 21 and the 20, price is trying to push higher. This is resistance, and this is resistance now here. Let's see if it managed to close above. You can use this as a support and then push higher. Your stop loss could be here, if you want. And this is for swing trades. You could have bought here. You see that all this pressure. You could have bought here, and then you put your stop loss here. There's almost no risk, and you wait to see if it manages to push higher, touches here, and push higher again. So, as you can see, it's already 1.24% today from the candle close, because we closed above this trend line and it's trying to push higher. So we are sideways here. See if this resistance breaks, or if it holds, and this one, and suddenly we don't pass here, and then we come down to test the whole time highs, or these areas here, like this top, which is strong, and all these moving averages. So you can buy here. You can use, if you have bought here, your stop loss is here, or you could buy like 10% of your position here, 10% here, maybe 20% or 30%, 40%, the rest here or here. Yeah, you can split this, being the biggest entry here, and your stop loss is here below. But because it's on these areas and the price needs to come down sooner or later, your stop loss will be easy. You just get from here to here or higher. You take profits here, here, and then you leave a part to go higher, and your stop loss is here, and you're already on profit. And if we close above here, then you can move your stop loss like higher to almost to break even. And you already did 1% profit in 1 hour. So then you just get out, and then you just buy here. You see like this. We went up without touching the support here, here the same, here the same. So all these areas are possible buys on the 1 hour chart. And then you have the 4 hours chart, which the areas are here and here. Basically the tops. with the 200s, align with the 200s, and you put the stop loss here or here. You still have this 277. We can still have a big wick down and push higher or crashing, of course. So you can use this swing low 1 to 3% here below, and use all these areas to buy on these moving averages. Without all these lines, you can just use the moving averages to buy on the 4 hours, or you go to the daily. But for now, you need to understand where you are and where the indicators and the trend lines are to know where you are on the chart. So you are above this trend line that comes from the past. That's why it's still holding. And yeah, so that's it. This is the daily. Target 1, this was here. From all this move, this was the target 1, and this is the target 2, 30K, around 30K. 29, 30 on Coinbase. On Bitstamp is a bit different, the chart, so you need to check which exchange you're using. That's why I use many here. I have in euros too for Coinbase. And yeah, so this is it for daily trades, swing trades. Just, it's all about risk management and check the candles where they close. Checking the daily time frame if it's holding, and then from the daily you go to the 4 hours to get your timed position. You go to the 4 hours, and you on the 4 hours, and then on the 1 hour you see that you are already above this trend line. As you can see, although there's a big resistance here, it's sideways, and your stop loss is here, so you can just use this as a base. See, as you know, it closed, the daily closed above these ones, so it's bullish, and the 21 is still holding. You see buying pressure here from all these candles, buying above, and it's trying to push higher, but still a strong resistance here. Let's see if the price managed to push higher, come below, touch this as support, and then push higher. If not, all these areas here are waiting for a buy. The dip, stop loss below what I said. This is it. So for swing, daily